Welcome everybody back to Nine's Corner. I have officially been on YouTube for a month as of yesterday. So thank you. Um, my girlfriend used to always call me this lone witch because I just didn't have people around me that understood what I did. And it's like I never thought I'd have the kahunas to go on YouTube, put myself out there, and the support, the comments, the likes, the subscribes, but the comments, like the fact that you take time and you're so intuitive, and it makes me feel like yes, there's other people like me that are worried about these things and that know that there's the power of the mind to manifest and to change things with the power of prayer and thoughts and intention. So I am so grateful and happy and blessed and in such a place of gratitude, and I thank each and every one of you. So let's stick it out together. Let's ride these waves together, and information is power. So we'll work it out together. So before I just get all gushy, I'm going to do some of the viewer requests I hadn't gotten to. So I'm going to get my cards out, and we're going to have a look at first. We're going to have a look at Prince Andrew because he's in the news. He has been involved with underage girls via Harvey Weinstein. And I just want to see how things are going to work out over, say, the next year. So we're in March now. So March to March, really. Let's just put a time limit on it. And we'll pick 3. And I hope everybody's feeling healthy and putting out vibrations for peace of mind. God bless us all. Okay, so Prince Andrew. We have the 6 of Pentacles. This is in his past. This is somebody who's had everything available to him. He's had prestige, money, reputation, and the means to do whatever it is that he wants to do. And he did it with fever. And he doesn't, like, if you look in this card, he is not considering the people whose hands are out. So as much as he might be a sensitive man, he is not somebody who is conscious of the people around him or his actions on them. It's a really vibe around him. The 2 of Wands. So, this is going to be partial success and delays. So the delays, I think, is going to be self-imposed. He does not want to be involved. There's going to be more information coming out. This Harvey Weinstein, the pedophile rings, this is all bubbling under the surface. There's so much going on in the world right now that it's kind of been put on the back burner, but it will come back out. This too shall pass, and the summer months will come out and people will come gossiping, and he's going to be on the top of their radar. And as the queen is his, or the queen thinks of him as her favorite son, can you imagine how bad she must feel? Because this is information, lawsuits, this is a lot of information that's going to be bubbling up, and he's going to have to navigate how to get around it. But the queen, she has people in the know, people who can tell her, so she probably knows about a lot of it, because it's just such a low energy vibe. In the future, you have the High Priestess. So they are going to try to bury any kind of scandal or information coming out about him. He's definitely feeling like he's been ostracized by his family, and rightly so. There's definitely going to be the attempt to cover up. But, it's sort of like while the queen's in power, I think he's protected. But when she's not in power, will they protect him? I don't know. You know what? Let's have a look at the queen and just see how she's feeling right now. Because that poor dear. I mean, I know that, the royals have a lot of scandal, and I'm sure there's probably things that we have no idea about. And to be honest, we probably don't want to or need to, because I think if we actually knew everything, our minds would be blown. But just let's have a look at Miss Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, and see how she's feeling about the current situation, because you got to think, she's not only dealing with Prince Andrew, she's dealing with Harry and Meghan, and then, her normal duties, and she's an elderly woman, and now we have the virus hitting, so God bless her. 1, 2, and oi, oi, oi. Okay. Past Queen of Cups. She was destined to be the royal queen, be in the monarchy. But as you can see by the storm clouds, it's been a continuous up and down ride and lots of scandal. And she has kept a stiff upper lip. She has seen everybody through everything. I mean, she's been on the throne forever. So her duty to the people has been extremely strong. Whether or not she made all the right decisions, whether or not you can agree with her or not, she did give up her life to live the life of the monarchy. And I'm sure that, with all the money and prestige, it can't be worth all the scandal and hurt. So it was her destiny. Right now, she's at the 7 of Pentacles. So God bless her. She knows, she is aware, she knows what he's done. And it's more than what we know. And she is waiting to see if it's going to come out, and she's doing her best to cover, to protect him. And I mean, that's her favorite son, so she is protecting him as a mother. He's the Joker, he's the Harry of that family. But she's also more protective of the royal monarchy and its future existence. So she's worried. There's a lot of stress in her life. So her outcome is the Death card. So I feel really shaky. I think it's going to be a really hard year on her, between everything that she has lived through up to this point, her age, the scandal with her sons, and with Andrew, it just broke her heart. The coming year, 2021, it's going to be a really hard time for her. It's going to be a time of major transitions. So let's just put out our most positive prayers and blessings and good vibrations to Queen Elizabeth. Okay, so seeing that I'm in a low vibe right now, I'm going to have a quick look at Harvey Weinstein, because it's such a low vibration, guys. It's really like it. We're just doing a quick. I'd like to know whether or not he actually committed suicide, because there's so many theories out there. There's so many questions of whether or not he had committed suicide, whether or not somebody had done him in. And, I think that could directly affect how this situation is going to play itself out. So let's just have a quick look at Jeffrey Epstein. Have I been saying Harvey Weinstein? Oh Lord, I meant Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, please forgive me if I've screwed this up really poorly. Oh my God, they're all such low vibration people anyway. So, okay. Jeffrey Epstein. In jail. Was Jeffrey Epstein taken out, or did he commit suicide? Jeffrey Epstein. Okay, let's just do this quick. Jeffrey Epstein. The shakes. Hi. Knight of Cups. Somebody. This was not self-induced. Oi, oi, oi. We've got the Four of Swords. So, Jeffrey Epstein, he might have thought about committing suicide. I think he realized the trouble he was in. But it wasn't one person. It was a group. It was a group effort. There were 3 really important interested parties of influence that wanted this man to go down. Okay. Oi, let's shake it off. So I'm not doing much better now. I'm going to be going into Bill Barr because I'm doing my viewer requests. So let's have a quick look at Bill Barr. See, because he's sort of been on the back burner recently because of all the world turmoil. So let's just see how his energies are still manifesting, because it's recently come out that, 1, 2, 3, it's recently come out that he, with the Mueller report and them wanting the Mueller report to come out strongly, that Bill Barr had really went beyond just defending Trump, that he actually went to the point of illegal activity. Let's just quick look. 1, 2, 3. Sorry guys, the vibes here are really low, really low. Oops, I just dropped a card. Oh no, I never thought I'd ever do this on a video, but sorry. I apologize. So we have the 9 of Wands. So Bill Barr, he is definitely putting his head down right now, and he is trying to figure out how to get himself out of this. He knows he's in trouble. He's got a lot of people looking at him, and a lot of people, like, it's almost like he's got it both sides. He's got people knocking at his door saying, you've gotten away with too much recently. But he also has the other side, like Russia and Trump and all kinds of unknown players that are pushing him on the other side, almost like squeezing him, like squeezing a jelly donut, and the jelly is just going to fall out. He's under a lot of stress. Ace of Swords. The truth is going against him. The truth is coming out. I know it's probably not happening as quickly as what we would like for it to, but it is coming out, and Bill Barr is at the center of it. He's got judgment. He would do anything to bury the past. He would love for this to figure out a way. He is working actively to try to figure out, how can I get myself out of this? But he ain't. Judgment is coming to him. He is going to have to answer for his actions. And it won't be just him. There's going to be a multitude of people that are going to have to, they're going to have to answer for their part in supporting Donald Trump and supporting the Republicans during the last 3.5 years. This is going to be just such a huge chunk of history that's just going to be like, wow. When they look back, they're going to be like, what was going on? What was going on with these people? And God willing, it is the start of the change, of positive enlightenment coming. So another viewer had asked about Clarence Thomas. So I really feel like I'm doing a lot of low energy people, so we need to kind of get this done and over with. But So let's look at Clarence Thomas. I mean, I don't know if everybody knows who he is. He's a Supreme Court judge. But back in the day, when I was around 20, it was the biggest news, the biggest sensation on the news, because Anita Hill had come up and said, hey, this man had been being sexually suggestive to her, and it literally went to court. Joe Biden was the head of that court, and it depends on what side you land on, because I guess it truly was the beginning of the Me Too. Truly was the beginning of allowing women to have a voice and to be able to speak up. I really think, that was the start of that. So let's just have a look. I want to know, did he intentionally do this to Anita Hill? Who was telling the truth? We have the Empress. This is Anita Hill. This is Anita Hill telling the truth. This is the beginning. Not the beginning, because there's so many more people before, but I guess, if you're a child of the 80s, you're going to remember that being on the news. So Anita Hill, what's the devil? He did that. He definitely, and there's no way, because the Empress, this is not just Anita Hill, this is more women. I bet you any money, more women. He's done this to more women, but I don't think at the time that they had the ability or the voice to come out. Will this affect his future on the bench? Four of Pentacles, he's going to be doing his best to hold on. Look, the reality is that happened in 1990 or 91, in the early 90s. We're 30 and 40 years out from that. And they're not going to want to take him out of his position, because then that would make every case that he looked at, every time he made a judgment, it would put that into question. So I think that not just him, yeah, the Moon, there's secrets there, there's more to be told, but they're not going to, they're going to try to keep him in his position, because they're not going to want to have to try to review the last few years. Okay, so enough. Let's just have a quick look and we'll see what is the vibe going forward for us. You know what? No. I'm going to get my angel cards out. And let's have a look at how advice for us. How should we be feeling? What should we be concentrating on over the next couple of days? Like, where should our thoughts be for us, guys? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Okay, we have the Seven of Ariel. So this is the Seven of Pentacles. For us, this is letting us know that, look, you've planted the seeds. Now you have to allow for the plant to grow. So I know we're all in a rush because there's just so much heaviness. There's so much feeling of darkness around us that we want things to come to fruition really quickly. But we need to take a moment and realize that it's not in our time, it's in the universe's time. And this will all unfold. but we're doing our part. The seeds of change have been planted. So just give it a moment and let it work itself out. Because I appreciate that we're all under the influence of such negative energies. This was a really hard reading because there was a lot of really negative energies. So part of that is being able to, because when we go into and we're reading about, low energy, low vibration people, we have to lower our vibration to be with them. They cannot, Epstein, Barr, Prince Andrew, they can't elevate their vibration to match us. So when we go into this, we really need to kind of just shake it off and say, okay, good information, good to know, let's move on from this. So, because what we think about, we manifest. And the power that we have in our minds and our ability to be the change is so beyond measure. And it's something that I hope that through our conversations and our videos that we can explore that too, because I believe in each and every one of us that we have the power and the ability to find our happiness and whatever that looks like just by changing your perspective. So with that, I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I hope everybody got their questions answered thus far. And I thank you very much. Wishing you light for your darkness. Enjoy your day, guys.